a little surprised when I learned that International Women's Day has been celebrated for over 100 years, since 1911. It has certainly gained a tremendous tremendous buzz around it, so you hear it in any part of the world where you are. So once again, greetings to everybody on this important day. And a very warm welcome to all participants. First of all of the ATL students, teachers, mentors, the entire ATL family, principals. We have gathered here to celebrate exciting contributions of several people today, and also to hear from one of our leaders in this field of women in STEM, Dr. Ayesha Chaudhary, whom many of you may even know, as she was one of the founding members of the ATL Tinkering Labs initiative here at ATL Innovation Mission. So let's get going. When I think of women in innovation or women in workforce in general, the picture that comes in my mind is one of the game of the snakes and ladders, right? I'm sure you have played it, where if you roll a die, and if you come to a ladder, you go up, and you roll a die and you come to a snake and you go down, and so on, right? And I feel that if you're a woman, even after so many years of work, there are more snakes often than ladders. And I think that's the thing that programs like innovation begins to change, right? If you look at ATL Tinkering Labs, first of all, has had an unwavering commitment to equal opportunity for all. But you can also see that in the numbers coming out of ATL Tinkering Labs. So there are equal number of boys and girls innovating on ATL Tinkering Labs, more or less. And so that's a wonderful outcome that we can all celebrate. Also, in general, I mean, there are several things that where you can say, those things have nothing to do with innovation. In other words, you can be innovative no matter who you are. And gender is one such thing, right? Gender has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with innovation. So it's lovely to see that reflected in the numbers that come out of ATL Tinkering Labs. So without me giving you a big lecture beyond this, I think let us hear from all of you. And first, we will start by hearing from Dr. Ayesha Chaudhary. As I said, she was a founding member of the ATL Innovation Mission's ATL Tinkering Labs program. She now is an officer on special duty with the Principal Scientific Advisor's Office. This is Dr. K. Vijayaraghavan. I'm sure all of you know about him. Ayesha comes with a great pedigree. She finished her bachelor's from Banaras Hindu University, and then started her innovation journey with a doctoral degree in biomedical engineering at IIT Bombay. She is a recipient of the International Visitor Leadership Program, IVLP, via the US Department of State, a very prestigious accomplishment. And also, she is MIT Technology Review's Innovators Under 35 award winner. So that, again, is a very, very prestigious award to win. And she was a Stanford Biodesign fellow. So this is a person who's had a varied educational experience, as well as the first time when I met Ayesha. Um, she was also doing a startup. So she has a hands-on experience of having done startup. So, so let us start by hearing from her what has been her journey, and what has she learned about the importance of STEM uh, um, overall, and especially for girls, as she has experienced the world so far. So, Ayesha, over to you.
Thank you so much, Chintan. That was a very nice and elaborate, overdone introduction, I would say. But thanks for those kind words and good afternoon to everyone. I'm extremely glad to also see students along with us today in the video. So that makes this conversation more exciting because then we can really hear out from them also what do they aspire, how do they think, and then interact and learn from each other. I think that's very exciting. And do I need to speak both in Hindi or English, or should I just stick to English? What is more comfortable with the students and the audience that we have today around?
You
What
should
is
both Hindi and English.
okay? Great. That sounds good. Thank you. I'll give you a very brief background about myself. मैं कहाँ से आई हूँ? चिंतन ने बहुत सारी बड़े-बड़े यूनिवर्सिटीज के नाम तो ले लिए मेरे लिए, बट आई थिंक इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर ईच वन ऑफ यू टू नो कि मैं एक बहुत ही स्मॉल टाउन से आई हूँ. मैं हरियाणा में पली-बड़ी हूँ. आई वाज बोर्न इन चंडीगढ़ एंड वहाँ पे करनाल है एक स्मॉल टाउन टियर 2 सिटी जहाँ पे आई हैव डन मोस्ट ऑफ माय स्कूलिंग. So it's not that I was born, brought up in Delhi or Bombay or one of those big cities where you have all those resources. And I also want to mention that 10th तक मैंने अपना schooling करनाल में किया और उसके बाद my parents really pushed me to go out of the city of Karnal so that I can really become independent and also explore and understand कि what I want to do next in life. And आपके लिए सबके लिए ये जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है, बच्चों के लिए ख़ासकर और ख़ासकर लड़कियों के लिए भी कि मैं भी एज़ अ स्टूडेंट बहुत ही ज़्यादा शाय और इंट्रोवर्ट थी। बट येस, आज की डेट में ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी बहुत सारी ऐसे मीटिंग्स में मैं अभी भी बैठती हूँ जहाँ पे आई एम द ओनली वुमन आल्सो टॉकिंग इन द रूम। सो आई थिंक ये ट्रांज़िशन हर कोई एक्सपीरियंस करता है अपनी लाइफ में एंड लाइक चिंतन सेड, जेंडर शुड नॉट रियली गवर्न एनी professional or personal choices that you take in life. And I would say that जब आप प्रोफेशनली काम करना शुरू करते हो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ, उसमें आपको अलग-अलग एक्सपीरियंसेस मिलते हैं एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट रियली देन मेक्स यू fearless and empowers you to learn new skills. So I personally do believe very strongly that if I, being a very, very shy and introvert student, can now come up to become a professional who's confident and who knows what she wants or what she wants to do next, everyone can, all girls and all women, I would say, can get into that journey, can also transition into that journey. So I think what I really wanted to highlight here is that it is all right to be introvert, shy, scared, but as you progress in life, be open to different opportunities in science and tech, and you will continue to explore. And am I audible?
Yes, you are. I think your video has struggled a little bit.
So I should maybe turn off my video because I just realized my internet is fluctuating a lot. Let me turn off the video, it'll make better voice. And I think
Yes, your
in
voice is.
terms of, so yes, I'll continue. In terms of the two key messages that I want to highlight, I think as students हम लोग सिर्फ सब्जेक्ट साइंस के बारे में सोचते हैं कि क्या है उसमें फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायोलॉजी. बट आई थिंक मेरा सबसे बड़ा लर्निंग पिछले कुछ सालों में ये रहा है दैट वी नीड टू आल्सो लुक एट द टर्म साइंस. The term science is much broader than these subjects. It essentially talks about, helps us understand कि and it helps us to find questions to the why, what, and how of everything that exists on this earth. So I think science is all about curiosity. It is about really developing that scientific temperament. And only when we want to understand the what, how, why do we really start appreciating science. तो मुझे लगता है कि वो जो एक बहुत स्केयर मत होता है बच्चों में स्कूल्स में कि अरे साइंस का मतलब है फिजिक्स केम बायो जो बहुत मुश्किल है, उस माइंडसेट से हटना चाहिए और साइंस को एक डिफरेंट लेंस से भी हमें देखना चाहिए. लाइक आई सेड, साइंस इज जस्ट अबाउट एक्सप्लोरेशन. इट इज अबाउट डिस्कवरिंग what you have in this world, on this planet around you. So that is one key message that I really want to give, that please look at the term science from a different lens. And a follow-on point is that, again, when we look at scientist again, हमें लगता है it is only about people who are wearing a lab coat and maybe sitting in labs and doing different kinds of experiments. But it isn't true anymore. आज की डेट में साइंटिस्ट इज इंटेग्रल टू एवरी फील्ड ऑफ प्रोफेशन. सो एज स्टूडेंट्स आप लोग चूज कर सकते हो कि आपको वो एकेडमिक साइंटिस्ट बनना है जिसको लैब में काम करना है, रिसर्च करना है, डिस्कवरी करना है, या फिर आपको एक स्टार्टअप साइंटिस्ट बनना है जिसमें आपको एक स्टार्टअप में काम करना है, या फिर आप क्रिएटिविटी आर्ट्स को भी साइंस के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हो और आप एक फिल्म मेकिंग साइंटिस्ट भी बन सकते हो. सिमिलरली आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को भी साइंस के साथ कंबाइन करके एक पॉलिसी मेकिंग साइंटिस्ट बन सकते हो. सो अगेन, साइंटिस्ट इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट sitting in a lab and doing research. It is important for students to understand this so that you can explore before you discover कि आपका अपना category of scientist क्या है. So I think अगर हम ये 2-3 चीजें समझें तो हम साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, इंजीनियरिंग, मैथ्स को एक डिफरेंट नजरिए से देख सकते हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाट विल रियली इंस्पायर अस एंड हेल्प अस टू फर्दर fearlessly walk into the field of science. So I think those are my initial thoughts about what is science and why we really need to look at it from a very different lens. I'll pause here. Thanks.
थैंक यू आयशा. आपने बहुत एक बड़ी बात बता दी कि साइंस एज ए वे ऑफ लाइफ, इफ वन मे से सो. और हम देखते भी हैं हमारे आसपास, अगर आप गांव में रहते हैं तो आपने देखा होगा कि देर आर सम पीपल हु आर नेचुरली साइंटिफिक. उनका पूरा देयर एक्सप्लोरेशन इज वेरी साइंटिफिक इन नेचर. वो खेत में काम कर रहे हो, किचन में काम कर रहे हो, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. सो that's a wonderful thought, very inviting thought for everybody. So आज हम लोग 4 यंग इनोवेटर टीम्स से अब बातचीत करेंगे. Certainly for many of us this is the most exciting part of the agenda. इसमें 3 of them are all girls teams, and so we will hear from them. And so let us get started with the team from Shivaji Multi-Purpose Higher Secondary School in Amravati, Maharashtra. आप अपने आप को प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ. आप बताइएगा आप कौन हैं, एंड देन ऑल्सो we look forward to hearing about your innovation. Let us go to them.
Sir, I am audible.
Yes, you are audible. Please
Thank
go on.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, Happy Women's Day to all respected women gathered here. My name is Anjal Paunikar and my teammate Divyani Raut, and our ATL Recharge, Dr. Vrishalina. We are from Shivaji Multipurpose Higher Secondary School, Amravati, Maharashtra. We both lived in Rahatgaon village, and lots of problems about drinking water are present in our village. In our village, drinking water is provided through borewells, but the quality of water is not checked before supplying it. Also, we can't afford water filter. If the water gets contaminated, there is no source for testing, no tool to check the quality of water. PSC centers check the quality of water in a year or twice a year manually, and results are not found quickly. So our village has to drink contaminated water and get sick quickly. And it is not good for us. For solving this problem, we have made this project. Our project name is Water Quality Analysis using Arduino. It is about testing the parameter of water like pH, turbidity, and TDS. The component we use in this project are Arduino Nano, pH sensor, turbidity sensor, and TDS sensor. We can use this project in village areas and in our school also. If we use this prototype, we can know that water we drinking is actually drinkable or not for us. The all data that are about water quality will send to the mobile phones of concerned authority through cloud and using GSM, so that they can able to know the quality of water. In this way, we can provide safe drinking water for villagers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Anjali and Divyani. What an important problem to work on. This is water quality का तो बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, आप इस पे काम कर रही हैं। तो आप जब दिखाती हैं इसको, when you show it to people, your innovation, what kind of reaction are you getting? क्या कहते हैं लोग?
मतलब हम जब लोगों को पूछते हैं गांव में जाके, तो उनका रिएक्शन यही रहता है कि हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो सही है। मतलब सच में ऐसा है कि जो गांव गांव के लोग हैं, वहाँ के लोगों को जो पानी मिलता है वो उसकी क्वालिटी जो है वो उन लोगों को नहीं पता होती है। तो उनकी रिएक्शन तो यही होती है कि हाँ, आपका प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो सही है, मतलब आप सही कर रहे हो हमारे लिए। ये जो आप कर रहे हो ये सच में ऐसा ही है कि हमें जो वाटर मिलता है उसकी जो क्वालिटी वगैरह है वो हमें पता नहीं होती है। और फिर हमें वही बोरवेल से वो पानी मिल जाता है, वैसे ही हमें कुछ पता नहीं होता उसमें क्या है क्या नहीं है, वो पानी कैसा है, कुछ भी पता नहीं होता है, बस मिल जाता है।
हाँ, अच्छा, तो इसका एक्सेप्टेंस एक हद तक आप देख रहे हैं, लोगों को ये अगर आप बना के देंगे तो उनको अच्छा लगेगा। लेट अस सी
yes, sir.
if there are any, Ayesha, you have any thoughts for our friends here?
आई थिंक मैं तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हूँ सुन के और समझना चाहूँगी और ज़्यादा कि जैसे आप कह रहे हो आपको एक्सेप्टेंस मिल रहा है, आप आगे इसको लेके जाना चाहते हो या इसी तरह और 5-6 प्रॉब्लम्स पे काम करना चाहते हो? क्या है आपका आगे का एस्पिरेशन? हाउ डू
मैम,
यू
हमें ये प्रोजेक्ट आगे लेके जाना है, मतलब कुछ तो भी ऐसा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना है रियल में।
अच्छा और उसके लिए आपको क्या लगता है कि अभी आपके लिए नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगा? कैसे आप करोगे?
मैम, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हमारा मेन उद्देश्य, हमारा मेन हेतु ये है कि हम इसका जो वाटर क्वालिटी टेस्टिंग है वो करें। लेकिन इसमें और अगर हम एडिशनल करें कि फिल्टराइजेशन वगैरह का, तो फिर वो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा। इसमें हम वर्क करना चाहेंगे।
तो आप एक लोकल सॉल्यूशन बनाना चाहते हो, इसका मतलब कि पहले आप वाटर क्वालिटी टेस्ट कर पाओ, आइडेंटिफाई कर पाओ उसके उसमें क्या
Yes, yes.
कंटामिनेंट्स हैं और फिर साथ ही साथ आप वो कंटामिनेंट्स को फिल्टर आउट करके वाटर को क्लीन करके वो अवेलेबल करवाना चाहो अपने ही
हाँ, मैम, यस
प्रदेश में और गाँव में कि
यस
कैसे वो क्लीन वाटर फिर वो लोग पी सकते हैं। Good. I think that sounds extremely aspirational, bold, and you should please pursue this. And आपको जहाँ-जहाँ सपोर्ट चाहिए होगा, आई एम श्योर अटल टिंकरिंग लैब से आपको मिलता रहेगा और नीति आयोग से आपको मिलता
यस मैम।
रहेगा, जो भी आपको कनेक्ट्स चाहिए। बट एक चीज़ ध्यान में रखना, जब भी आप ऐसे कोई सॉल्यूशन बनाएँ, ये ज़रूर देखिए कि इस तरह के और कौन से सॉल्यूशंस ऑलरेडी एग्ज़िस्ट करते हैं मार्केट में। ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप जो बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, आप उसमें 3 साल लगा दो बनाने में, ताकि एक वो प्रोडक्ट बन जाए कमर्शियल और वैसा प्रोडक्ट ऑलरेडी मार्केट में ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल हो, जो आपसे कम प्राइस पे भी मिले। तो ये भी आपको ज़रूर दो देखना चाहिए आगे जब आप जाओगे कि ऐसे और आस-पास के प्रदेशों में भी ये प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं और वहाँ पे क्या सॉल्यूशंस एक्सिस्ट करते हैं।
मैम,
मेरा यही एडवाइस रहेगा।
हमने लर्निंग लिंक फाउंडेशन के साथ हमारी मीटिंग हो चुकी है उस बारे में। मतलब हमें अगर टेक्निकली कुछ हेल्प वगैरह चाहिए तो वो हमें देने के लिए तैयार है। हमने हमारा जो प्रॉपर यूनिट है वो उन्हें सब पता है, हमने बताया हुआ है।
आप
लर्निंग
कौन से क्लासेस में हो अभी? क्लास
टेंथ। मैम, हम
क्लास
क्लास में हैं।
अच्छा, वेरी गुड। तो आई थिंक आपको इसको डेफिनेटली परस्यू करना चाहिए अलोंग विद योर स्टडीज एज वेल, एंड आगे बड़े
Yes.
होके भी आपको
Yes,
देखना
ma'am.
चाहिए कॉलेज में आप किस तरह से इसी तरह के एंटरप्रेन्योरियल आइडियाज को परस्यू करना चाहते हैं या नहीं। बहुत ही अच्छा रहेगा।
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
थैंक यू दिव्यानी एंड अंजलि।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू वेरी मच। अब हम जाएंगे मुंबई की ओर। अंजुमन इस्लाम सईफ तैयब जी गर्ल्स हाई स्कूल के स्टूडेंट्स से हम सुनेंगे। कैन यू प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योर सेल्फ एंड ऑल्सो टेल अस अबाउट योर इनोवेशन।
Hello everyone present over here. Hello everyone present over here. Anjuman Islam Saif Ji Girls High School, Mumbai presents smart crop productivity and system. In charge teacher Ms. Badrunisa Khan. We know farmers are facing various problems while farming their food. They always do extra efforts for best quality crop production. As we all know that in farming, one of the most hardworking and time-consuming thing is sowing the seed. And our project will be very helpful for those farmers. Let's discuss about some technical aspects of seed sowing robots. In our upper portion, this is a seed chamber, one DC motor and fully connected inside for systematic seed delivery. In lower portion, this is a robotic car running on DC motor. The robotic car is controlled by DPDT double pole with remote. From many news, we got to know that farmers take so much efforts to grow crops. Wild animals came and destroy their fields. To solve this problem, we make a system named as Smart Crop Protection System. Components which are used to make the system is Arduino UNO, buzzer bell, LED, LDR sensor, breadboard, and jumper wires. We fixed three mirrors at three corners of the field. At the fourth corner, we fixed LDR sensor and laser light. LDR sensor, buzzer bell, and LED is connected to Arduino UNO with the help of jumper wires. Laser light reflects from three mirrors and make a beam web. If any wild animals come to the farm, LDR light dependence register detect to sense the animal. Buzzer will ring and LED will on, which will alert the farmer. With the help of this system, farmer can save their crops. At the time a farmer will be resting, he will off this system and on another system known as scarecrow rotating system, which will automatically rotate in the field. After seeing the scarecrow rotation, wild animal will run away. For the cost of this project is 800 rupees. When farmer will implement this full project on his field, will cost 5 to 6,000 rupees, which is affordable. Conclusion. The overall system provides a complete grid solution to the existing crop to increase the productivity, manage skill speed, and sustainability in agriculture to benefit farmers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Uh, uh, that's an exciting solution. I have met farmers in the Himalayan region. उसमें से काफी लोग तो ऐसे हैं वो पूरी रात कोई ना कोई जागता है ताकि animals don't destroy their produce. So this is a great relief to farmers as it works. Did you? So you said this is 800 rupees, right? And that is the cost of all the pieces, all the components. Is that how you come to this number?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's quite affordable. Have you also done any other searches about um, what other solutions may exist of similar solutions? And if not, you can just do it. Not a problem. So, what has been your most important lesson from this experience?
To help farmers.
To want to help farmers. That's a
Don't hurt animals.
great thought. Yes, thank you. Let's see if there are any thoughts from Ayesha on this.
यस, थैंक्स। आई थिंक इंडिया के लिए तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी और इम्पोर्टेंट सॉल्यूशन है ये, जैसा आपने ऑलरेडी कहा चिंतन, क्योंकि इंडिया का इकोनॉमी बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट है फार्मर्स पे। एंड आई थिंक जितना ज़्यादा हम टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ कर पाएँ फॉर इम्प्रूव्ड प्रोडक्टिविटी, इट इज़ गुड फॉर द कंट्री ऑल्सो। तो मैं आपसे यही पूछना चाहूँगी कि आपको कैसे इंस्पिरेशन मिला इसमें काम करने में? आपकी क्या फैमिलीज़ में ऐसा प्रॉब्लम किसी ने फेस किया है या आपने बाहर कम्युनिटी में जाके बातचीत किया? कैसे आपने आइडेंटिफाई किया इस प्रॉब्लम को?
From news.
न्यूज़, वॉव! और न्यूज़ से जब आपने आइडेंटिफाई किया उसके बाद क्या आपने फील्ड में भी जाके कुछ फार्मर से बातचीत किया और उनको दिया अपना ये प्रोडक्ट यूज़ करने के लिए?
हमारे गांव में
अच्छा, आपने गवर्नमेंट के साथ आप कोशिश कर रहे हैं देने के लिए। गुड। आई आई
yes.
आई ठीक है। आई थिंक बहुत ज़रूरी है सभी बच्चों के लिए ये समझना कि ये जो हम अलग-अलग प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं एटीएल में, उससे हम सीखना चाहते हैं कि इनोवेशन का प्रोसेस क्या है। ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो हम आइडिया या जो हम सॉल्यूशन इस एक प्रोजेक्ट में बनाएँ, वो बेस्ट पॉसिबल सॉल्यूशन हो इस पूरी दुनिया का। बट सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी बात ये है कि इस प्रोजेक्ट के थ्रू हमें समझना है कि कैसे हमें अपने आसपास की प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई करना है, कैसे हमें यूज़र्स के साथ बैठ के सॉल्यूशन डेवलप करना है और फिर वो सॉल्यूशन को अगर मार्केट में लेके जाना है तो उसका क्या प्रोसेस है। आई थिंक ये प्रोसेस को समझना सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे लिए एज़ एन इनोवेटर और बहुत अच्छा है कि स्कूल्स में आजकल ये सीख पा रहे हैं। तो मैं यही कहना चाहूँगी कि ये भी बहुत अच्छा इनोवेशन है, बट हमें देखना चाहिए कि ऑलरेडी क्या एग्ज़िस्ट कर रहा है, फार्मर्स के साथ रह के ही डेवलप करना चाहिए और देखना चाहिए कि क्या उनको ज़रूरत है और क्या वो ऐसा सॉल्यूशन अफ़ोर्ड कर पाएँगे, क्या वो खरीद पाएँगे जो भी हम सॉल्यूशन डेवलप कर रहे हैं। ये सब चीज़ें समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो आई थिंक एटीएल इज़ डूइंग अ ब्रिलियंट जॉब ऑफ exposing students to such an environment at such an early young age. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayesha, and thank you, team. Uh, let us go to the third presentation of the day. तीसरा प्रेजेंटेशन करने के लिए हमारे साथ हैं SPIC नगर हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल in Tuticorin, Tamil Nadu. Are you there and can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Yes. Please go ahead.
Sure, sir. Hello everyone, I am Sandeep Lakshman B. I am studying 11th standard in Spigna Higher Secondary School, and I wish all the women a very happy Women's Day. I am Navneet. I am studying standard 10 in Spigna Higher Secondary School. We, Team Tech Warriors, have created a project in which we can ensure the safety of the children and women. The children and women are not safe when they are going outside in our society. The society is very dangerous to them. So they are filled with the lots of fear and they are with kidnappings, child abuse, sexual abuse, and so on. So we realized the importance of this problem while we were staying late in our school. We saw many of our school children going out late after their school studies, and some were accompanied by their parents due to the safety reasons. We also heard lots and lots of problems in our newspapers and in television. Thus, in order to eliminate this problem, we thought of doing a project and the outcome was the GSM based security keychain. The GSM based security keychain is a low cost device and a supporter for the school going children. The GSM module is connected with the Arduino Beetleboard and the Arduino Beetleboard is in turn connected with a button. The button is used to send a SMS and an alert call in the time of emergency. The SMS has the danger message and even the location of the student. Thus, this reduces the time taken to save the child and helps to ensure safety. Thank you.
Thank you. That's again a very, very important problem that needs that's in need of a solution. So thank you for working on this. Thank you for thinking of this solution. Uh, and uh, so in your case, have you where have you tested? How do you test a solution like this? How have you tested it?
So we created 2 to 3 models of the product and we tested it with our school girl children who are studying in 11th and the 12th grade. So this is one of the model that we use for the testing. So this GSM keychain has the button and while pressing it, we can send the SMS and the alert.
I see. And what has been the feedback of these people with whom you have tested?
So for the feedback case, we contacted the parents of those children and as well as the students. The students told that it would be a very good device and the parents asked us to marketize it soon so that it would be a very good product for them since it is low in cost also.
I see. Wow. Well, I want to underscore what Ayesha was saying earlier. This whole process of, empathizing, coming up with a problem, and then a solution, and then, building it, testing it. I think this is like riding a bicycle. Once you learn it, you can apply it to so many different things. So, congratulations! What a lovely solution. Uh, let's see if Ayesha has any thoughts on this.
Yes, thank you. I think again, it's a very, very pertinent problem that is being addressed, and it's quite amazing to see that how the males are interested to solve problems for women as well, which is absolutely commendable. So many congratulations. इसमें आप ये बताओ कि लेट मी आस्क यू अ टफ क्वेश्चन नाउ आपने डिवाइस का प्रोटोटाइप दिखाया अब लेकिन मुझे ये बताओ कि अगर प्रोटोटाइप मैं कैरी नहीं करूंगी जब मैं बाहर जा रही हूँ तो फिर कैसे वर्क करेगा मतलब एज अ वुमन मुझे ये एडिशनल प्रोटोटाइप अपने हाथ में या पर्स में या बैग में लेके जाना पड़ेगा फॉर माय सेफ्टी इज दैट करेक्ट और आर यू इंटेंडिंग कि जो भी हम लोग बेसिक नेसेसिटीज बाहर लेके जाते हैं जब घर से जाते हैं उसके साथ आप इंटीग्रेट करोगे इस टेक्नोलॉजी को आर यू थिंकिंग ऑन दोज लाइंस
Yes, ma'am. At present, we are thinking of connecting this with a band, and thus we can ensure safety. So, it's as you rightly quoted, it's tough to have such a device at the hand at every moment. So, we thought of doing it as a band or a watch-like structure. So, that might be useful, and it might be at the hand every time. Thus, we can ensure the safety.
करेक्ट दैट्स ब्रिलियंट सो इसी तरह से और भी अलग-अलग एस्पेक्ट्स पे आपको फीडबैक लेते रहना चाहिए अपने पोटेंशियल जो आपके यूजर्स रहेंगे कि वो बैंड कैसा होना चाहिए, उसका क्या थिकनेस होना चाहिए, उसमें और एडिशनल क्या-क्या फीचर्स होने चाहिए एंड ऑल्सो उस बैंड को आप कैसे इंटरैक्टिव बना सकते हो कि नॉट जस्ट सेफ्टी बट मे बी अदर एस्पेक्ट्स कैन ऑल्सो बी इंटीग्रेटेड सो this can also mean maybe 2 years later you can have watches which also have an additional safety feature so इस तरह की conversation हमें करते रहना चाहिए and like I said previously also project सिर्फ एक means है to learn the process तो हम बातचीत करते रहें और improvise करते रहें लोगों के साथ और देखें कि किस तरह से फाइनल प्रोडक्ट बन सकते हो और एक प्रोडक्ट के बहुत सारे वेरिएशंस भी हो सकते हैं जरूरी नहीं है कि सिर्फ वॉच में ही या सिर्फ बैंड में ही हो आप बैंड में भी कर सकते हो फिर उसके साथ आप एक छोटा सा अटैचमेंट भी देख लो अगर बना सकते हो जो आपके फोन के साथ लग जाए या और समथिंग विच जस्ट गोज एंड स्टिक्स इनटू अ बैग सो डिफरेंट वेरिएशंस हो सकते हैं हर एक प्रोडक्ट के तो इसीलिए ये सब इट्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग exploratory journey of being an innovator. So I think we should be mentally prepared कि जब हम एक innovation कर रहे हैं तो हमें endless उसके बारे में feedback लेते रहना चाहिए अपने customers से. That's all. But very good idea. I think I will be probably one of your potential future customers, early adopters for such a product that you build out. So congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Ayesha, and thank you, team. With that, we'll go to the final presentation of the day. This is by the MET School from Saket, Delhi. Over to you. You can introduce yourself and then tell us about your innovation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. Me and my teammate Numa Falak Khan have made a biodegradable sanitary napkin called Yukti. This is how the sanitary napkin looks like. And we have been trying to introduce a new hybrid concept in the market. This is a cloth sanitary napkin, but it is disposable, and it has all the normal sanitary napkins components beneath it. By that I mean that it has cloth as the uppermost layer, but beneath it are the other materials which are readily available in the market. It is very cost efficient, as it costs only 5.75 rupees per pad. It is gynecologically approved, and it is medically testified. Its pH values lies between 7.2 to 7.5. It does not contain any kind of harmful chemicals or pesticides or any kind of dioxins. And now Numa will further explain the elements beneath it.
So, as Ayesha mentioned, it is a cloth pad and the upper layer is of cloth. The upper cloth is the wool cloth, but as you might guys might feel ki, it is a wool, so it might be warm and rashes. And as Ayesha said, our rashes and everything are being minus from our pad. So we have used pink salt for that. Pink salt has anti-inflammatory properties which keep the vaginal area cool, and therefore the warmness of the wool fabric is minimized from it. And the wool fabric is also very porous, so that's why it is very breathable and dries quickly. So whereas the other parts available in the market, you might have the wet feeling. The people complain, like we did survey, so people were complaining that they have the feeling of wetness. So the wetness in using the fabric, wool fabric, the wetness factor is also minimized. The pink salt prevents fungal growth, bacterial growth, and keeps the vaginal area cool. We have used an anion chip, which is a medical chip responsible for taking away the bacteria from the upper layer and thus maintaining a safe and hygienic area around our body. The chip also takes away the foul smell from the sanitary pads, which was also a complaint mostly in the urban areas.
The purpose of using cloth as the uppermost layer is that women in rural areas are not very comfortable using the normal sanitary napkins which we get in the market. They want to resort to their old method of using cloth or husk sand for their menstrual cycle, but that is very hygienic, as we all know. So that is why we have made this pad, keeping in mind the requirements of both urban as well as rural areas.
Also, the pads available in the market have an upper layer of plastic which contain dioxins and herbicides, which can cause infections, cancer, bacterial, fungal infections. So that's why we have a completely perfectly biodegradable sanitary napkin, and it does not have any chemicals, and as mentioned by Ayushi, and it is of course biodegradable, so no plastic either.
And also the anion chip helps to reduce the foul smell, the odor which comes from the sanitary napkins. And we have not used any kind of chemical to get the fragrance out of the sanitary napkins. It is a natural cotton extracted chip which performs all these functions. In fact, the gel which we have used is the sap gel. It increases the absorption capacity from 70 to 110 ml. The normal sanitary napkins will have around 70 to 80 ml, but this one has 110 ml absorption capacity.
And that
This
is also in the regular size, not in the XL or XXL. That is for the regular size of the pad.
Okay, well, Ayushi and Numa, it's a project of very high complexity. So congratulations on the work that you have done. I had one curiosity. This You said that this is approved and validated. So what does that mean, and how did you go about it, just to understand?
Sir, since sanitary napkins is a medical product, it needs to be medically testified, because like if it is not medically testified, people cannot wear it. These are the medical norms which we need to follow. So we send the sanitary napkins to research centers where they have to assess various kinds of tests on it. That is on one side we have the absorption test, the pH test, then bacterial count, because there should be some bare minimum amount of bacteria that should be there on the sanitary napkins. And then there is the finishing test. So all these factors are tested, and then the sanitary napkins gets approved.
And you have gotten all these tests done through some kind of an accredited body, or for
So
this
we,
product? Yeah,
yes, sir, we got it tested by the Sigma Center.
I see. I see. Wow. Well, I'm very curious to hear Ayesha's comments on this, being a biomedical engineer. Over to you, Ayesha. Yeah.
Thanks, Chintan. I think as a woman, I think my first question is that is it already available in the market? Are you selling
Ma'am,
it also?
ma'am, not yet, but yeah, we are working on bringing it into the market.
Ma'am, a lot of people has asked us this question whether it
See,
is available on the market or not. We are just focusing on the commercialization of the product right now. Otherwise, as a prototype, it is completely fit, and even to get into the market, it is completely fit. So we are just working on that.
great, because मार्केट में आने के लिए अगेन आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि जो भी आप मटेरियल्स उसमें यूज कर रहे हो अपने फाइनल प्रोडक्ट में, क्या वो इजीली अवेलेबल हैं इंडिया में? उससे आपका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एट स्केल, अगर आपको मैन्युफैक्चर करना है 1000 पीसेस 5000 पीसेस, किस तरह से वो इजीली होगा? कहाँ पे आप मैन्युफैक्चर करोगे उसको, और फिर कौन से चैनल्स आप यूज करोगे उसको सेल करने के लिए? तो आई थिंक वो जो फाइनल एक प्रोडक्ट होता है जिसको आप पैकेज करके फिर उसका क्वालिटी चेक करा के उसको शिप आउट कर सकते हो, you will have to continue to do this process of
Ma'am, we
refining.
Ma'am, we are working on that. Currently, whatever sanitary napkins we produce, we do it on ourselves. It is a handmade product as of now, but there are machines which we are trying to procure so that we can produce it on large scales.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that was exactly what I was intending to say, that testing a prototype with 5 people is very different from actually producing your product at 10,000 scale for the mass market. So you should focus a lot on transitioning into that journey now, which I'm very glad to hear कि आप already कर रहे हो. So that is brilliant. I think मैं सिर्फ यही कहना चाहूंगी कि जिस तरह से जो मुझे अभी समझ में आया, आप काफी लेट स्टेज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट में हो, विच इज वेरी गुड। आपने अपना रेगुलेटरी क्लियरेंसेस भी समझ लिया है कि मेडिकल प्रोडक्ट के लिए क्या है और कैसे ट्रांजिशन करना है इनटू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग। आई थिंक ये शेयरिंग ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड नॉलेज भी होना चाहिए अमंगस्ट ऑल स्टूडेंट टीम्स। दैट इज जस्ट वन पीस ऑफ जनरल एडवाइस दैट आई वांट टू शेयर। क्योंकि होता क्या है, हम लोग अपने अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स और प्रोडक्ट्स पे काम करते रहते हैं, बट देन वो जो हमारा अपना पीयर टू पीयर मेंटरिंग है और नेटवर्किंग है वो मिस आउट हो जाता है। तो मैं सिर्फ एम और एटीएल को ये कहना चाहूंगी कि जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे अभी 8 9 10 बच्चे हैं, 4 टीम्स हैं, वी शुड ऑल्सो ऑर्गेनाइज इनफॉर्मल कॉन्वर्जेशंस की एक दूसरे से हम प्रोसेस समझ पाएं कि अगर हम मेडिकल प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं तो उसका क्या जर्नी है। और जैसे ये आयुषी और नुमा ऑलरेडी बहुत एडवांस स्टेज में हैं, तो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर अदर टीम्स टू आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड कि उनके फील्ड में भी बहुत जरूरी होगा कि आगे रेगुलेटरी क्लियरेंस चाहिए होगा, फिर प्रोडक्ट बनने में और मास मैन्युफैक्चर करने में क्या क्या क्लियरेंसेस चाहिए। So we should do a lot more of such sessions is what I have to say. But yes, both Ayush and Numa, you're doing a brilliant job. And again, I'll say the same thing, that I will definitely be one of your potential customers and look forward to seeing that how soon this can be commercialized in the Indian market and even beyond India. I would say it has a global market.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
actually, we have already produced the first set of our sanitary napkins. We have produced 400 sanitary napkins as of now to be released in the market as a first batch. So, this is what we are doing right now, and it will be available in the market very soon.
Great. And you are also, what classes are you in?
Ma'am, we're in 12th
11th?
right now. 12th.
12th. And what do you intend to do after this? How do you intend
Ma'am,
to balance your entrepreneurial passion along with your higher studies? कैसे करोगे
ma'am,
आप
we
लोग?
think we can manage it because like it even doing this is one of our interests, and we really want to continue with this and make it into something big. So
Ma'am,
hopefully we will be able to manage it.
ma'am, we actually make it a point to sit every day, like for 2 to 3 hours, and work some aspect or the other, whether it is marketing, whether it is promotion or production. So we give time to this project also every day.
दैट्स ब्रिलियंट। एक और इसमें एस्पेक्ट आएगा कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट का और सोशल साइंसेस का, बिकॉज एक ये सोशल स्टिग्मा है इसके अराउंड, सोशल प्रॉब्लम है। सो आई थिंक दैट इज ऑल्सो समथिंग यू मस्ट थिंक अबाउट। आप अवेयरनेस कैसे क्रिएट करोगे कम्युनिटीज में,
Yes, ma'am.
एक्सेप्टेंस कैसे आएगा उनमें, और वो माइंडसेट और बिहेवियर चेंज कैसे आप
Ma'am,
लाओगे। सो
we have already thought about it. So we planned on doing workshops and reaching to them through workshops and telling them ki what is this exactly is and what they are using, how wrong it is, how unhygienic it is, what benefits will they get if they change their pads and use what we are bringing into the market. So right now is we are approaching with people, trying to connect with organizations and NGOs so that we can reach out to as many rural women as possible.
ग्रेट, दिस इज अ क्लासिक एग्जांपल कि जहाँ पे टेक्नोलॉजी और बेटर सॉल्यूशन अलोन will still not be accepted by market। बहुत ज्यादा कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट, अवेयरनेस, सोशल साइंसेस, बिहेवियर चेंज आपको कंबाइन करना पड़ेगा। बट वेरी नाइस,
Yes.
Thank
ब्रिलियंट, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस,
thank
थैंक यू।
Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. Well, I think I want us to notice कि आज जो 4 examples हमने लिए हैं, we have touched on health, we have touched on water, we've touched on agriculture, and we have touched on safety. So just in these 4, we can see how really important problems are being taken up by students. And of course, we also saw there were some people who were working on, who were at the early stage, some people were in the middle. The last team we heard from was on the more mature end of their product development. And this is a very iterative and ongoing journey. And as Ayesha said, what's most important is that the spirit of this journey, the process of this journey stays with you. And आप जहाँ भी जाएं, ये आपका हिस्सा बन के रहे. That is the goal of these exercises that we are doing here. So first of all, before I thank everybody, let me see if Ayesha has any final words overall to share, and then we will bring this session to a close.
Thanks, Chintan. And many congratulations to all the student innovators. I think it's extremely energetic and inspiring to listen to how their journeys evolve. मैं एक ही चीज कहूंगी कि हमें यही बिलीव करना चाहिए कि जो लर्निंग है वो एक लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस है। पहले के ज़माने में और मे बी जब हम बच्चे थे, हमारे ज़माने में होता था कि हम वही एक प्रोफ़ेशन चूज़ कर सकते हैं जो हमारा एजुकेशन है। तो डायरेक्ट लिंकेज होता था कि आपने ये एजुकेशन लिया है तो आप यही प्रोफ़ेशन कर सकते हो। बट आई थिंक इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट टुडे। आज के ज़माने में प्रोफ़ेशनल चॉइसेस आर अ फंक्शन ऑफ क्या स्किल्स आप डेवलप कर सकते हो। इट इज़ नॉट डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड कि आपने क्या पढ़ाई किया है कॉलेज में या आपने उसके आगे क्या स्पेशलाइज़ेशन किया है। And I think that is the best part about today's technology driven world. तो इसीलिए हमें नए-नए स्किल्स सीखते रहना चाहिए। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग कैसे करना है, ये बहुत बढ़िया स्किल है। कैसे प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट करना है, ये सीखना ज़रूरी है, ये बढ़िया स्किल है। So we should keep learning new skills, and like Chintan said, we have to then embrace them in our behavior. So we take that skill of problem solving, and wherever we go, whatever problem we want to solve, we should just use the same process and continue to develop solutions for different kinds of problems. And therefore, learning is a lifelong process is what I will say. And in that process, हमें ज़रूर बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि मेंटर्स को साथ में लेके चलें। एंड मेंटर ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हैव टू बी ओल्ड व्हाइट हेड पीपल। मेंटर्स हमारे फ्रेंड्स भी हो सकते हैं, हमारे कॉलीग्स भी हो सकते हैं, हमारे घर के आसपास के लोग भी हो सकते हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से लर्निंग को लाइफ लॉन्ग करना है और उस लर्निंग जर्नी में मेंटर्स का बहुत ज़रूरी और बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करना चाहिए। मुझे बहुत सारे लोगों ने हेल्प किया एज़ मेंटर्स, एंड इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों को भी ज़रूर से ज़रूर मेंटर्स अपने आइडेंटिफ़ाई करने चाहिए And mentors की guidance के साथ, I'm sure you will all be able to achieve your goals and aspirations. So continue to dream big and continue to probably solve problems to make this world a better place to live. That's all I say. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayesha. Thanks for joining us. And by the way, this is coming on the eve of the launch of the Atal Tinkering Marathon very, very soon. अगर आप YT Live पे इसको सुन रहे हैं and you are excited about these students and their ideas and so on, और आपको लगता है कि मैं भी ऐसा कुछ कैसे कर पाऊँ, please come and register. Right, with the Atal Tinkering Marathon, जिसका registration फिलहाल खुला है, and you will be able to participate and do something similar for problems that you see in your environments. So to close this session, invitation to all students to participate in this year's Atal Tinkering Marathon, and a request to ATL in charges, principals, mentors to encourage students they work with to come and participate in Atal Tinkering Marathon. With that, we will bring this session to a close. चारों teams को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, congratulations, and thank you for participating, and happy tinkering. Thank you.
Thank you very much.